What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are very excited to be sharing our plans for Wine and Dine Race Weekend.
Woohoo!
So Wine and Dine Race Weekend is just a little bit over a week away. We are just gonna talk about kind of what we're excited for, our different plans, the resorts with an S that we are staying at, kind of what we expect out of the weekend. Now we are gonna see a lot of changes as this is the return to Run Disney, and they've announced all sorts of new policies along the way. We did highlight all of those in our last Run Disney update with our friend Steve and Chris from the DCL podcast, so check that out. But we'll just highlight a little bit of it and how it might affect our trip.
So, new this weekend for us, we are actually doing all 3 races this weekend. We've never done a 5K at Disney before, so that'll be something a little different. We'll obviously have to get there a day earlier so we can go pick up our stuff for that. But I'm really excited to experience a 5K. I'm excited for that medal. I think that might be my favorite medal of all of them. It's the Evil Queen, which I like, so.
It is also the most, classic metal theme. It's the only one that kind of has that, metal golden sheen to it.
Yeah.
So it is cool. I am excited. We're going to do the 5K together.
Yes, and we're probably going to film a little bit as best we can.
Quite a bit on that one.
With the camera situation that we have. And I'm very excited. That's also going to be the first real Run Disney race since this hiatus we've been on. So that was really why we signed up. We didn't really care about the 5K so much, but we really wanted to be at that first race back. We'll obviously get there Thursday. I think we're planning on going over pretty early in the day. I think we're going to hit Steakhouse 71.
Yeah, we have an early-ish lunchtime there.
Yep, so I think we're going to do that first and then head to the expo. There's probably nothing that we would want to buy enough to wait in a long line and rope drop. So we'll go after lunch. Hopefully some of the crowds will have gone away and do the race bib pickup and all of that. That's kind of where that first new change comes in.
Yeah, so we'll get to experience the new check-in process. There is basically an online check-in, and then you can either print that out or do it on your phone. I'm going to assume it's going to be some sort of QR. Along with that, the waivers are now submitted online, which I think is a great change.
Yeah, that totally makes sense because you're just handing it to a person who files it away. So if you sign it electronically, it's already right there. Now, I haven't actually done mine yet. They keep glitching and crashing. So I was honestly just waiting it out until it seemed like that wasn't happening anymore, and we'll do it week of probably.
Yep. So that's something to look forward to. I am excited, to see the merch and stuff. Like we said, I don't think we have anything that we need to rope drop it for, but we'll definitely go through, try to film a little bit of what is available. We do usually like to get, a couple pins and the magnets for sure.
Yeah. So later that day, we'll probably then go and check into the first hotel we're staying at, which is...
We are in a studio in Saratoga Springs.
We'll be at Saratoga. This worked out because we have a dinner reservation later that night in Disney Springs at Paddlefish.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah. So that'll be good. It's kind of an early-ish one. We'll probably try to start getting into bed a little earlier. I think we'll probably just do some Disney Springs time and hang out at Saratoga and enjoy all of that fun stuff.
Yes, we do love Saratoga Resort. But that'll bring us into Friday, the 5K. So big change, race starts at 5 a.m. That's consistent for all the races. The 5K is the normal Epcot 5K course. No big changes to the course there, but I'm excited to kind of see how they do it, what's different. Big different is instead of corrals, they are doing these start groups, and they should still be signified on your bib with an S1, 2, 3, or whatever else they decide to do. I have no other words to describe this other than what they have said so far. So this is going to be kind of just, let's see how this goes, I think.
They say it's to help control the flow of traffic and social distancing, even though honestly, social distancing at Disney and at the races probably isn't going to really be a thing. So, I'm prepared for that. It sounds like maybe they're going to be doing it to where, how when they open up, when they would open up the corrals, they had people checking that only people with bibs were going into the corral waiting area. It sounds like maybe now they're going to do okay, only S1 is going to be allowed to walk through, and then S2 can walk, kind of controlling it, spacing it out a little more. I think that's what it's going to be. And then, I mean, when you get down to it, then you're just back in a different name for corrals.
Yeah, basically. They could have just said only corrals A through whatever and done smaller corrals. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, and we will definitely report back on it.
Yep. Obviously, we'll run the 5K and get all that. That will be done pretty early in the day if it's starting at 5 a.m. So I'm actually planning on going back to Saratoga and doing a work day. What are you going to do that day?
I honestly don't know. I don't even think I have a park pass planned for that day. So maybe I'll just have to see if anyone else is out and around and see what they're doing. If not, we can do a nice relaxing to the resort day. Maybe grab some lunch from Disney Springs or elsewhere.
I could take my computer and we could go work by the pool.
We can do that.
I don't think I made any reservations for that day. Probably we'll do maybe a quick service lunch or dinner, grab some Disney Springs dinner that night before the 10K.
So the 10K, it starts at Magic Kingdom and ends at Epcot. They did go back to the 10K course that I prefer for this format. So this starts again at the MK parking lot. You don't run through MK, you run down World Drive, and you actually run all the way over towards Hollywood Studios. You get to go and do a little bit of Hollywood Studios, then you go through the back path towards Boardwalk, and then you run Boardwalk, you run a little bit around World Showcase, and you finish out the side of Epcot.
And it did look like they have gone back to the old finish line. And I'm very excited about that because that means spectators can get closer to the finish line.
I do like that finish line. You go through kind of like the flower bed area right at the end there.
Yep. And you just have like a longer straightaway where people are able to be cheering for you. So it's really great for spectators because they can get a, quote, good spot because there's more available. It's really nice.
Yes.
So 10K, I'm actually planning on doing this with a work friend of mine who I talked into doing it with me. We're actually going to be walking most of it because she's expecting. So that will be really, really fun. I've never purposefully walked a whole race before. I'll have a buddy to do it with, and I've never actually had that either. So, I mean, I've done it with Lake, but not like another friend. So I'm really excited to experience that.
My focus for this whole weekend is going to be content. So definitely look for more like actual in-race footage from some of these events. I really want to focus on filming and kind of talking about whatever changes that we see at the event.
I'll probably try to film some too. That'll be Saturday, so after we finish the 10K, we'll probably grab some breakfast, probably just like a resort breakfast, I imagine.
I love a good old bounty platter after a weekend race.
Yep, gotta do that. And then we'll head back to Saratoga, and that is going to be our first checkout day, and then we'll need to probably shower and all that, get packed up, checked out, and then check in for our next place we're staying, which is over at the Beach Club. So we are going to be there for one night in a one-bedroom, which will be kind of nice the night before the half marathon into that next morning. It should hopefully help us get back to the resort a little bit quicker and just give us a little bit more room that night before. Yep, and I think we'll probably plan on taking advantage of the fact that we have that full kitchen and maybe cooking our own dinner that night. That way we can do it whatever time we want. We don't have to worry about the travel time. We can cook dinner and then start to wind down for the night.
Yeah,
but
just have some relaxing time.
We do have park passes that day for Animal Kingdom. So I figured since the 10K will end us kind of early, we can get to Animal Kingdom a little earlier and just, have fun there. They have really good food, so I'm sure we'll be hungry and get some good lunch there.
Do love AK lunch.
Yeah. So we'll probably just hang around there. We don't have any other reservations or anything.
And that's going to bring us to the morning of the half marathon. Once again, 5 a.m. start. This is also a start at Magic Kingdom, and this runs the very traditional wine and dine course. You're going to go down the back road, I think it's like Bear Creek, something of another, and you run that all the way down kind of the back roads to Animal Kingdom. You get to run a little bit around Animal Kingdom, actually a lot of it. I think that's the park you spend almost the most time in.
I think so. You hit almost every area.
Yeah, which is really cool. I I enjoy this half marathon course a lot. I think it's one of the most entertaining.
Yeah. Well, you get so much time in Animal Kingdom, but you also get some really cool backstage Animal Kingdom
Yes,
time.
you run by a lot of the enclosures. You can usually see the animals in the enclosures, especially the elephants. You can almost always see them.
I've seen elephants, I've seen rhinos.
Yep, the rhinos. Always cool to get to go back and run that area back there. And then also you get to run through Pandora. It's usually still dark. Usually you get that like low light feeling in there. You get to experience the Pandora at night, but it's just you and the people running with you, which is pretty cool.
Caveat, if you're a slower runner, you don't experience Pandora at night. You get to experience Pandora right after the sun comes up.
But after that, you do hit the boring stretch where you do Animal Kingdom parking lot, Osceola Parkway, World Drive to Epcot Resorts Boulevard, and that takes you to the back area of Hollywood. Typical for Hollywood, you do a very quick kind of in and out. You go up by the old Fantasmic Theater, down around Tower of Terror, and you just go down, is that Sunset Boulevard there?
Sunset Boulevard. And they are doing the thing again where you don't exit the front, you're exiting
you
the
exit
side.
around the side, which is pretty typical for the race weekends. And then you go down that same path to take you towards Epcot. You go around Boardwalk. You go the other way around World Showcase this time because you have a little bit more distance left. And then you go back out the front there and you have finished your 13.1.
Woohoo! Yay!
Fun stuff.
I'm so excited, and I think I'm most excited for the half marathon, like the running of the half marathon. Just maybe because I feel actually really prepared for it.
Yeah,
you know,
crushing it.
So I'm so excited to do that race again. I think too because as we talked about before, we're kind of planning on having fun filming the 5K. I'm going to be walking the 10K, so I know it's not going to be my best time ever. So maybe just because it's going to feel like the one I'm pushing for, I'm excited.
Yeah, and once again for that, I mean, I'll run it at a fair pace, but I do basically look forward to trying to film and do some content for that and show off the race.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to keep up a pretty good pace and still get content. It just won't be like a PR, so that'll be so fun.
Yes, we are very excited, but that certainly does not end the weekend for us.
Nope, yeah, because Wine and Dine is great. It's my favorite weekend. So we'll obviously do all the fun post-race stuff. Usually after the half, I feel like we hang out the most.
Usually, yeah.
We get, post-race beer, which is always fun. We'll probably try to see if we can find any friends there. And then if Epcot is open, we may walk back through Epcot. That'll depend on what time it opens that weekend.
Hopefully it should be open. I always enjoyed after I finish going into the park and being able to cheer people on. Even if they're letting people in for that, that would be pretty fun.
Yeah. They might not be because of just the different restrictions, but that's a really good point. But we still wouldn't be able to get to Beach Club.
Potentially not. If we can walk back, that would be fantastic. If not, we'll take the bus back. No big deal.
Yep. And we do have an Epcot. Somehow, I don't know, we have an Epcot and an MK reservation that day. I'm not sure how that's happening, but it's on our MDE that way, so we'll be able to get in if we do.
This will probably be the hardest day to make this move. But we are moving from our one bedroom at Beach Club and we are going to Riviera to stay in one of the tower suites, which is the little tiny room. Originally we were going to do all pop for this week, and then the tower suite was going to be our special night. We would be able to skyline back from the after party, but that is where we're checking in. I imagine we'll probably do quite a bit of hanging out at the resort, chillaxing, trying to find a nap if we can.
Yep, we do have, if we want to keep it, we do have a Kona Cafe reservation, just because I haven't been there in such a long time, and I've always really liked it. It seemed like a really good post-race meal. And we also have an MK reservation, so if we want to do a quick pop into MK that day, we'll be right there.
That could definitely happen. The nap is priority, though.
Yeah, I think I know myself, and I think maybe nap. And I would like to try to get to the pool, so maybe nap by the pool.
Pool is fun as well. Especially a beach club pool, too, though.
That's I guess we would kind of have access to both of them, won't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll try both of those.
But yeah, then we have the after party. So you can get into the after party at 5 o'clock with the after party ticket. If you ran the half marathon of the challenge, you got a ticket included. If not, you have to purchase one. That's your own prerogative.
We do actually have a dinner reservation as well. I wasn't able to get a good dinner reservation inside Epcot, which is what we normally do, but I did get one at the Italian restaurant on the boardwalk.
Trattoria Al Forno.
Trattoria Al Forno, thank you.
Which has been a huge hit for us recently.
Yeah.
I've eaten there twice in probably about the last 2 months. One we did mobile order when we stayed at the boardwalk, and it was awesome.
Yeah, so I imagine we'll probably skyline over from Riviera and probably go there first for our reservation. It's fairly early. I think it's like 5-ish, so it'll be early. Get some good food in us and then head on over to Epcot.
Yeah, we'll have to chock ourselves full of coffee.
Yep.
And try to make it as long as we can. We were pretty infamous for hitting about 10 or 11 o'clock and being like, oh, we're tired. We're in Epcot all the time. Let's head back. But we still convince ourselves that we're going to try to stay as late as we can.
Yeah. Well, it all depends. Some years it's been really bad weather. Some years it's been cold. Some years it's been hot, The best years are the ones where we have friends pushing us through.
Yes.
So we'll see. I have this picture in my mind of us staying until it's over. We'll see. I would like to try and ride Ratatouille.
Yes.
If there's a low wait time for it. It seems like a lot of people in the Run Disney groups, that's something that they keep asking is open. So I don't know if every Run Disney runner is going to be in line for it, but we'll see.
But that sadly takes you to the end of the weekend. We will hopefully be fulfilled and had a great weekend with lots of content and lots of thoughts on changes to talk about, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, it's a little bit unknown right now. I mean, as I imagine things, it's all, the old way. So we'll see how things change.
Yeah. As we have continued to say, we're going to try to record as much as we can, show you as much as we can. Also, if you want to follow us on Instagram at mouse.gen, we'll try to do some updates on there as well. Maybe even do like a live stream or two talking about the races and all of that fun stuff.
And probably posting to the stories more during the races as cell service allows. Sometimes in the middle of the races, everyone's sucking up all the cell data.
Now, if there's anything at the race weekend that you guys want to see, you want us to share, feel free to let us know in the comments, and we will try our best to get all of that for you. Like I said, we're going to try to do, all of the races, try to get things like the character stops, the mile markers, and, starts, finishes, all of that fun stuff.
This is going to be kind of new for us. We haven't really filmed that much footage during races before, so any ideas that you guys have, we would love to incorporate those.
Yep, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all of that fun YouTube-y stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.